Well, hello and how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? Today's Friday, November the 12th, 2021. Got a happy birthday shout out going out to Kimmi B and Robin Ann Hendrix and David Lehmann. So, without further ado, here we go. Here's a birthday shout out and song for the three of you. Hey Dave, hey Robin, hey Kimmi, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So, happy birthday, I'm gonna say. You know, you're a 1 more year older today, so a happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey Kimmi, hey Robin, hey Dave, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. I hope you're enjoying your special day because I will it's your happy birthday a day to day. I said it's your happy birthday a day to day, day to day. Happy birthday to you all, each and every one of you. Okay? Well, okay then. Alrighty then, what's coming up next? We got some Pokey Pals. I got my Pokey Pals, Amanda, Sue Little, and Joseph Marshall. These are the daily shout-outs for the Shen Show today on account. Well, nobody else chimed in. I just ain't worth it. No, I know I'm worth it. Heck yeah. Anyway, how about weather forecast for you? Think you need one? Well, I think we'll give you one. Had an itch on the side of my nose, friends, and well, this straw right here, which is my H2O, my sip of the nectar, my loving water. Well, at the same time, it makes a good scratching device too, if it's poked in the right place. Otherwise, it makes a good itch device, because it will poke me in the cheek and cause me to itch like crazy, and that's just not right. That's not right. Anyway, that being said, here's Refreshing Word Fellowship Church, which is our weather forecast sponsor each and every day. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church is a non-denominational Christian church located right here in St. Charles, Missouri. It's located at 2054 Campus Drive, St. Charles, Missouri, with a ordained pastor John Schumer is your representative of the church, who will be there to guide you as a shepherd guides his flock. Anyway, the phone number to call is 636-333-0594 if you'd like to get in touch with Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Now, you can come on in on Sundays at 11 a.m. for our Sunday services, or we've got an hour of power prayer on Thursdays from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. So come on in, get a hold of Refreshing Word Fellowship Church, and learn the gospel of God, because, well, hey, that's what we're here for. All right? Well, alrighty then. Here we go. Here's that weather forecast for the remainder of the day. Actually, it's a whole day thing. It's 44 degrees out there. It's not warm at all. I'm telling you, not warm at all. 44 degrees and gusty, cloudy with gusty winds. High around 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds west at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Wind gusts are quite possible. Now, partly cloudy skies with low temperatures of 32 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. Winds will be west to northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow, Saturday, November the 13th, sunshine and clouds mixed. High of 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast, a slight chance of rain. Overcast overnight with slight chances of rain showers and low temperatures of 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then for Sunday, November the 14th, partly cloudy skies, high temperatures of 51 degrees Fahrenheit, winds west to northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Higher wind gusts are possible. A few clouds from time to time, low temperatures around 31 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. Winds will be west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Monday, November the 15th, partly cloudy skies, high temperatures around 58 degrees Fahrenheit, winds south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then partly cloudy skies with low temperatures around 45 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. Winds west, south to southwest, that is, at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Tuesday, November the 16th, partly cloudy skies with high temperatures around 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Then cloudy with low temperatures of 42 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. Winds southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Well, we got some gusty, husty, mighty winds a-blowing. There's a wind a-blowing all across the land. It's a mighty wind blowing through the land. Whoa, sweet wind, I blow across on me. Oh, anyway, here we go for Wednesday, that is, November the 17th, our fifth and final day of our 5-day forecast. Cloudy skies with slight chances of rain showers. High temperatures of 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds west to northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Clearing to partly cloudy skies overnight with low temperatures of 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And like I said, my friends, that's your 5-day forecast for the remainder of the St. Charles viewing area. That's right, it's your forecast. Right then and there, I'm gonna let's see. Song lyrics, there's a wind a-blowing. Song lyrics, there is a wind a-blowing. All across the land. Well, come on now. I'm trying to find the lyrics. Oh, come on now. I see plenty of videos for it, but I don't want to run a video because if I run a video, it's conflict of copyright issues, and so I ain't going to sing it for you. I'm sorry, folks. You're just out of luck. Hey, looks like we got some events coming up, and who's our event sponsor? That's right, Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie showcase Jamie O'Driscoll's talents. Yes, they do. We got holidays coming up, and I tell you what, there, friends. There ain't no better way to find your decorations for your home than to go to Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. She takes the work out of it for you. You want a wreath? She'll design it. You want a table setting? She'll design it. You want something special for a wedding or a homecoming or a sports season? She'll design it. So get on over to Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie, a Facebook page set up for her. Get on there and take a look at her products and see what you might like. Okay, well, alrighty then. Here we go. The lighting on Beale. That's right, November 17th, 2021. Tree lighting on Beale Street. Mayor Dan Borgmeyer will be lighting the 24-foot tree on Beale Street. That's in the streets of St. Charles Complex, 1650 Beale Street, from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's to kick off their holiday shopping season. And then let's go over and take a look at the Christmas traditions. That's right, because if you want Santa Claus pictures, that's the place to go. Downtown Main Street, right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Yep, they still ain't got it on there. I ain't figured it out yet, but they'll be opening after Thanksgiving, November the 26th, that is. right down there at Frontier Park, 500 South Riverside Drive, St. Charles, Missouri, 63301. You just get on down there. It costs you nothing to go. Its time starts at 12 p.m. That's noon to you and me. And at 9 p.m. is when she'll be shutting her down. Now, it's going to be cold out there, folks, but that's all right. You can go out there and you can talk to Santa Claus and the Sugar Plum Fairy, and you can talk to Mrs. Claus and Santa Clauses and stuff from all around the world. I'm telling you what, friends, it's a good time. Get on down to Main Street's Christmas Traditions, opening day, November the 26th, 2021. Yes, sir, and that would be a Friday. And then they'll be open every weekendly. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, every weekendly for the remainder of the Christmas season until December 24th. Because, well, you know, Santa Claus got to get on the road. Got to get back on the road. Got to get on down, get on down. Get on down that road where you need to go. Hey, pestilence, get away from my dwelling. Fall away, die. No pestilence shall come near my dwelling at any point in time. Amen? Well, amen. All right, here's another sip of that cider before I get rolling off on the song. Got a couple of songs. One song reminds me of another. So I figured I'd look them both up. But it's a 1 for the money, a 2 for the show, a 3 to get ready. Now go, take, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Well, you can knock 'em it down, you can step in my face, and slander my name all over the place. I do anything that you want to do, but honey, lay off of my shoes, and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything that you want to do, but lay off of my blue suede shoes. I said, whoa. And now go, cats, go. Hey, I walk the dog. I said, you can burn my house down, steal my car, drink my liquor from the no fruit jar. I do anything that you want to do, but better lay off of my shoes, and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. I rock it. I said, blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. Well, it's a 1 for the money, a 2 for the show, a 3 to get ready. Now go, Jack, go. But don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. I said, go, cat, hey, blue suede shoes, hey, baby, blue, blue suede shoes, blue suede shoes, blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. All right, and that one just reminds me of this one. A little sister, don't you? A little sister, don't you? A little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice? Tell me that it's nice, then you turn and run. Yeah, little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? You know, I dated your sister. Oh, I took her to the show. Hey, I went for some candy. Along came Jim Dandy, and they slipped right out the door. A little sister, don't you? A little sister, don't you? A little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice? Tell me that it's nice, then you walk and run. A little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? Up, 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 up. I used to pull on your pigtails, hey girl, and to pinch your turned up nose. Oh, baby, baby, you've been growing, and lately it's beginning to show. From your head down to your toes. I said, little sister, don't you? A little sister, don't you? Oh, little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice. Tell me that it's nice, then I'll hit you run. Oh, yeah, little sister, don't you do what your big sister done. Up, 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 yeah, well, I said every time I see your sister, Lord, she's with somebody new. Oh, she's mean and she's evil. I like a little old bold weevil. I think I'll try my luck with you. I said, a little sister, don't you? A little sister, don't you? Kiss me once or twice. Tell me that it's nice, then you run. Hey, little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? I said, oh, well, little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? I said, little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? All right. There we go, and that's it. That's all she wrote. All right, looks like it's time for TV. Grandpa, that's right, kids. Hop up on the couch or up on the bed, wherever it is that you rest your sleepy head. It's time for TV Grandpa. That's right, TV Grandpa Shenandoah is going to tell you a story. So come on, gather around, and here we go. Tonight's story is Puss in Boots. It's all about a kitty cat who got some boots. These boots was made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong. All right, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a miller who had 3 sons. When he died, he left his mill to the eldest son, his ass to the second son, and his cat to the youngest son, who had always been his favorite. The 2 eldest sons resolved to live together, but they would not let their brother live with them, because he had only a cat. So the poor lad was very sorrowful, and wondered what he should do to get his bread. Well, while he was sitting there thinking about it, Puss jumped up on the table and touched him with her paw. "My dear master," she said, do not fret. I will get you your living for you. Only you must buy me a pair of boots, and give me a bag." Well, the miller's son had very little money, but he thought it such a wonderful thing to hear a cat talk that he could not refuse her request, and so he took Puss to the shoemaker and got him to make her a very special, smart-looking pair of boots, and then he gave her a nice large bag. Now, not far from the mill, there was a rabbit warren, and Puss resolved to catch some rabbits for dinner. So she put some lettuce leaves and fine parsleys into her bag, and went into the warren, and held the bag very quietly open, hiding herself behind it. Then a little greedy rabbit, who knew no better, ran into it to have a feast directly they were safe in. As soon as they were in safe, Puss pulled the string on the bag and carried them off to her master. The miller's son killed the little rabbits and cooked the one for dinner, but Puss took away the other, which was a very fine one, and hung it up for their next day's meal. Now, but although their larder was thus provided, although their larder was thus provided, early the next day Puss took her bag and went again into the warren, and in the same manner caught 2 more fine young rabbits. But instead of carrying them home, she walked to the king's palace and knocked at the door. The king's porter asked who was there. "I have brought a present to the king," said Puss. "Please let me in, and let me see his majesty." Well, the porter let her in, and when Puss came into the king's presence, she made a bow, and taking a fine rabbit out of her bag, said, "My lord, Marquis of Carabas, sends this rabbit to your majesty with his respects." "I am much obliged to the Marquis," said the king, and he ordered his head cook to dress the rabbit for dinner. Top coat and tails, nothing but the best for that rabbit, huh? But the king's side set at his daughter. But by the king's side sat his daughter, a very beautiful lady. She ordered one of the attendants to give Puss a good cup of cream, and which she liked very much, and she went home and told her master all she had done. Well, the miller's son laughed, but every morning Puss caught a rabbit and carried it to the palace with the same message. Now, in that country there lived a cruel ogre who used to eat children, so everybody was afraid of him, but nobody could kill him. He was such a giant. One day Puss went to call upon him, and he received her civilly. He received her civilly, for he did not care to eat cats. So Puss sat down and began to talk. "I hear," she said, "the great ogre, that you are so clever that you can turn yourself into any creature you please." "Yes, I can," said the ogre. "Well, dear me," said Puss, "how much I should like to see your ogreship do it." Then the ogre, who liked to show how clever he was, turned himself into a lion, and roared so loudly that Puss was quite frightened, and jumped out of the way. Then he changed back into an ogre again. Puss praised him a great deal, and then said, "Can your ogreship become a small animal as well as a large one?" "Oh, yes," said the vain ogre, and he changed himself into a little mouse. Directly Puss saw him in this form, and he jumped at him and killed him on the spot. And then Puss ran home and bid her master go and bathe in the river. Well, and he go and bathe in the river, and he should see what she would do for him. Well, the miller's son obeyed, and while he was in the water, Puss took away all his clothes and hid them under a large stone. Now the king's carriage came in sight soon after, and just as Puss had expected, for he always drove in that direction, and directly she saw it, she began to cry very loudly, "Help, help, for my lord the Marquis of Carabas." The king put his head out and asked what was the matter. "Oh, your majesty," said Puss, "my master, the Marquis, was bathing, and someone has taken away his clothes. He will catch the cramp and be drowned." Then the king ordered one of his attendants to ride back to the palace and get a suit of his own clothes for the Marquis, who had so often sent him gifts. And he said, and when they were brought, Puss took them to her master and helped him into dress them. Now the miller's son looked quite like a gentleman in the king's clothes, and when he went to thank his majesty for them, the king asked him to get into the coach, and he would drive him home. Well, then Puss told the coachman where to go, and ran on before, and came to some reapers. "Reapers," said she, "if the king asks you whose field this is, say it belongs to the Marquis of Carabas. If you don't say so, you shall be chopped up into small as mincemeat." So the reapers were so frightened that they promised to obey her, and she ran on and told all the other laborers on the road to say the same. So when the king asked, "To whom do these fine fields belong?" the reapers answered, "To the Marquis of Carabas." The horseman said the same of the cattle, and the herdsman said the same of the cattle, and the king, turning to the miller's son, said, "My lord, you have a fine property." But all had belonged really to the ogre, for it was his castle the cunning cat had told the coachman to drive. Well, at last the coachman stopped at the ogre's castle, and Puss came out, and bowed very low, said, "Your Majesty and the princess are welcome to a castle of my lord Marquis of Carabas." Well, the king was delighted, for it was indeed a very nice castle, full of riches. Well, they sat down to a great feast which Puss ordered to be served, and the king was so pleased with the miller's son, and thought him such a good match for the princess, that he invited him to court, and in a little while gave him his daughter for his wife, and made him a prince. Now, you may be quite sure that the miller's son was very grateful to Puss for his good fortune, and she never had to catch mice for her dinner any more, for dainty meat and the best cream were every day given to Puss in Boots. The end. Wasn't that fun? It's 27, so we got time yet, Craig. You got time? All right. Okay, so that was Puss in Boots. That was today's reading for the kids, So glad I got a chance to read to you guys. I love you. Come and see me sometime. I will see you Thanksgiving. We're going to be here on Black Friday this year, so come on by and we'll say hi. All right? All righty then. Love you guys. Bye. Okay, there we go. Now it's time for our Daily Bread portion of the program. And the Daily Bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2021. The Bible with Briscoe 2021 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's daily reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2021 will be Jeremiah 51 through 52. That's Jeremiah 51 through 52 and Hebrews 9. Don't forget to tune into the Bible with Briscoe 2021 for your daily reading of the Bible. All right, hey, God's amazing creation is the daily devotion today for the our daily bread portion of the program, and we are going to be covering scriptures Job 38:1 and 38:4 through 18. So here we go, Job 38:1. Then the Lord spoke to Job out of the storm. He said, now 38:4. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set? Or who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together, and all the angels shouted for joy. Now, who shut up the sea behind the doors, and when it burst forth from the womb? And when I made the clouds in its garment and wrapped it in thick darkness, when I fixed limits for it and set its doors and bars in place, when I said, this far you may come and no further, here is where your proud waves halt. Have you ever given order to the morning or shown the dawn its place, that it might take the earth by the edges and shake the wicked out of it? The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Its features stand out like those of a garment. The wicked are denied their lights, and their upraised arm is broken. Have you journeyed to the springs of the sea, or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been shown to you, and have you seen the gates of the deepest darkness? Have you comprehended the vast expanse of the earth? Tell me if you know all this. Okay, those were questions that the Lord, that's what God Almighty has created for us, and that's why the devotion is God's amazing creation. These are the things that He done, and He did it for us, so that we could live right here. And He begat His only begotten Son, so that we could live in harmony, so that we could become His children too. Anyway, that was the Daily Bread portion of the program, which was brought to you today by The Bible with Briscoe 2021. The Bible with Briscoe 2021 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Don't forget to tune into The Bible with Briscoe 2021 for your daily reading of the Bible. Alright, hey, that looks like it, my friends. That's the Shen Show in a nutshell. Got one more song for you, and it goes like this. Hello, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I say goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show, and as always, you know, God loves you and so do I. So come back and see me tomorrow, because, well, I'll be here, and I hope that you are too. Hey, Craig, I'm sorry. It's 32 minutes into the show. You're late. Bye. See ya. Check y'all later. May God bless you, and may all y'all, God bless you, and come back and see me tomorrow, because, well, hey, I'll be here, and I hope that you are too. Bye.